Hey everybody, Pat here. I played a hell of a lot of games in 2012, and honestly I had a pretty hard time getting it down to just my 10 favorites. That being said, you can count on me putting out a more legit list of games, not like Matt and Wooly's terrible fucking top 10s. I mean, Jesus Christ, Persona 4 Arena, are you fucking serious? I mean, really? Now here's a real goddamn list, not that baby shit. Okay, so maybe Wooly has a point. This is probably the most fun I've had with a fighting game since Third Strike. Great roster of characters, unique movesets, smooth netcode, an easy to get into system, and a giant fucking story mode. I really hope you like text. It's just an all-around great fighter. I mean, fuck, this was the first round I had after tossing in the game to get footage. I mean, fuck. I mean, fucking look at that! Fuck! You see this? This is me, failing hundreds of times on a level so fucking hard that I'm not 100% sure it's possible. It's a snapshot into the real Trials core, just beating my fucking head against the wall until the wall breaks. It's hard to explain why I enjoyed that, really, but the combination of pitch-perfect controls, inventive levels, and the ability to instantly restart after any mistake all come together to make something that you desperately want to conquer, even if you might not actually be able to. I should also mention that Matt and Wooly both suck ass at Trials and can't get anywhere near this bullshit. Let me just put this out here. XCOM is the most fun that I've had with a turn-based strategy game since Final Fantasy Tactics. If that doesn't mean anything to you, well, then fuck, I'm sorry. Squad mates tragically dying to defend civilians, trying to keep the Russians from flipping their shit and pulling funding, and getting my whole squad in a perfect position to just smear those alien dirtbags against a wall, it's bliss. It's a game based around making hard decisions where you always feel as if you made the wrong one. It felt pretty good getting new rifles for my squad, until I realized that air coverage down in South America wasn't so good, and now Brazil's a flaming hole in the ground. It's a smart, streamlined version of a classic PC formula that lost very little in the translation. It's just all around fantastic. Oh, and one little piece of advice for you guys getting ready to play: never ever make Wooly a fucking member of your squad. I've played 8 games of this fucking thing, and every single time he is the worst member of the team. This game takes sword and board combat and brings it to a new level. Fighting game-like depth with a first-person perspective in huge team battles. There's just nothing else like it. Crazy over-the-top gore? Check. Tons of old-timey weapons to stab your bros with? Check. A button that makes your character scream their fucking ass off like a crazy person? I can't fucking think of the last time that I felt like I was going out on an honest-to-God adventure in a game. Getting ready at the inn, heading out with some people, and going on a quest. Eventually going through some dungeon and slaying a drake or an ogre or something. Dogma combines Devil May Cry-esque combat with a tough open-world setting, an obviously Berserk-style aesthetic, and the interesting pawn system to make something that's really special. It even goes the extra mile, and upon beating the game, you get one of the best post-game completion campaigns I have ever seen. It's fucking great! Well, except for Simone here. Alright, let me think for a second about the top 5 child characters in all of video games. You got Clementine, and Clementine. and Clementine, and Nanako, and Clementine. Telltale really knocked it out of the park when a guy like me, who fucking hates kids, was getting sentimental and teary-eyed over this one. When Walking Dead was in development, the developers mentioned that they wanted to make a game like Heavy Rain, which honestly scared the shit out of me. Turns out, the Heavy Rain formula works just fine, as long as you get real writers and don't let David Cage touch it. It's a fantastic game and a triumph for the narrative in the medium, and I feel lucky to have experienced it. Yeah, well, we didn't get a Team Ico game this generation. But, all in all, it's alright because we got Journey instead. It brought forth the same kinds of feelings of wonder and mystery that I felt during Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, and it delivered a co-op experience that I honestly wasn't expecting. After coming to the conclusion of my game and seeing the rousing, emotional moments near the end, I found out that my deep, personal experience with my co-op partner had in fact been shared with 7 different people, not the one that I thought. We had all managed to make do, though, with a series of weird beeps and boops. It's really something else. And even if Flower and Flo turned you off for a bunch of weird neo-hippie garbage, you should still give Journey a shot. You can actually fucking jump in this one. Silent Hill was easily the most awful thing I saw in 2012. Downpour, Book of Memories, and the HD collection are all blights on what should be the greatest horror franchise in video games. So lucky for me, Jasper Byrne clearly felt the same way when he made what is easily the best Silent Hill game since Silent Hill 3. I mean, sure, it may not say Silent Hill in the title, and may not have, been made by Konami or Team Silent, but this is Silent Hill through and through. Fantastic, creepy music, an unsettling atmosphere, and interesting gameplay hooks that are tied to both your sanity and your well-being. Lone Survivor is just a joy to play, and it scared me more than any game in years. Frankly, it's embarrassing that Konami has botched the series so badly, with all the talent and money at their disposal, that one guy using fucking sprites could make them look like jokers. But you know what? Hey, thanks, Tom. Thanks a lot, you fucking asshole. Yeah, Witcher 2 came out in 2011, but I didn't play that version. I played the enhanced version that came out last year. Now, Witcher 2's real strength is in choice. Not fake Mass Effect choices that don't actually change anything and don't matter as you're making them. Real choice. Choice is given to you as something that matters as you are making it. You don't feel bad telling somebody to fuck off because they might get back at you later or change the ending. You feel bad now because the writing and the circumstances support it. Every choice you make in Witcher 2 is eventually framed as you having made the wrong decision, giving you a quest that makes you constantly second-guess yourself and struggle with future decisions. It also culminates in what I believe to be the greatest decision in an RPG of all time when the game reaches its end and you are confronted with the final boss. Add on top of that CD Projekt's anti-DRM stance and the huge amount of free shit that comes with the game, it's easily one of the best things this entire generation. So, the best game of 2012 was a port of a PS2 game from 2008. It's also the best game on the Vita by a country mile. That'd be sad, save for the fact that this game doesn't really have any peers. I could go on for days, really, but Persona 4 does everything right. It immediately leapfrogs up into the heavens alongside greats like Final Fantasy Tactics and Chrono Trigger as games that are going to stand the test of time. On top of that, new features added to the Golden are too numerous to mention, but they're all awesome, particularly the ability to get to know characters that you barely knew in the original. I spent close to 200 hours with the original PS2 game, and I'm well on my way to getting 200 more with this one. It's just that good. I thought I had become old and jaded and cynical because I wasn't enjoying games like I did when I was a kid, playing stuff like Chrono Trigger and Xenogears and FF7. But it turns out the games just got shitty over the years. I can't think of a single game I've played the entire generation that had me beaming with a smile more often as I played it. Anybody with even a passing interest in JRPGs should rush to get a hold of it. It's not something to be missed. And hey, it's a good reason to buy the Vita, right guys? Right? The Vita, right? Fuck!